Hello, and welcome to another session of UniQuExpert. Today, I'm just going to be answering one question from someone who named himself Anonymous. But, yeah, we're going to see what this person has to say, because I think you all could relate to this guy. Now, this is what it says. Hi, Steven. Hope everything is going well. First, I chose to be anonymous. I wanted to ask you some questions. Number one. I feel like I don't fit in this world, and I try to customize myself, but it's not working. I see the people around me doing stuff that I don't want to talk about, and I'm sure you know what I mean. They go out and enjoy their life, and I'm not sure if they really are enjoying it or just wasting time. Anyway, I started feeling that the problem is me, because everyone around is living her or his life as normal as everyone else is, but not me. I have a couple of friends who are close to me, but they are not the kind of going out people. We spend hours and hours talking on the internet, but we rarely go out. Alright, well, Mr. Anonymous, let me tell you something, alright? You said here, I feel like I don't fit in this world, and I try to customize myself, but it's not working. Let me tell you something. Yeah, you're right, and I don't know, you're using the wrong word here, customize myself. That's not it. I think you're saying you're trying to adapt yourself, and I hope that's what you mean, because if it's not, what I'm about to say right now is not going to make sense. But anyway, we'll say, I feel like I don't fit in this world, and I try to adapt myself, but it's not working. What you're doing is you said customize yourself, you're trying to make yourself someone who you are not. Let me tell you, if I tried to be someone that I am not, I would never be able to get any friends or anything. No one can do that. I mean, I'll tell you right now, if someone can go out there and pretend to be someone they're not. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Someone could do that. I bet I could do that. I'm going to pretend I could be someone else. I'm going to go out. But the point is this. If I'm going to be someone, I'm going to go out there. And when I go out, people are going to see me, and they're going to say, this is who this guy is. Alright? And they're either going to like you, they're either going to accept you, or they're going to reject you. Alright? So, you mentioned here, the problem is me. Well, that might not be the case. Maybe they're just not they're not the right people for you. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people in this world, and there's a lot of people who you are not going to relate to, because they are just different. Take, for example, there are some people who play games all day, alright? And they form little groups, and they just play on the PlayStation Portable or whatever they want to do. They go ahead and they play these games together. A person who plays sports and stuff like that is not just gonna walk into this group and you know, be relatable. And I mean, he wouldn't even feel comfortable there. You understand? So you gotta go to someone or a group of people that you can relate to. Now, if you can't, you know, I mean, I'm telling you, like, you can relate to anybody. If you're just gonna be yourself, everybody has something common with one another. So just go up there, introduce yourself, have casual conversations. You don't need to sit there and tell them your whole life story, alright? Unless they ask, okay? But even if they do ask, I say kind of hold back, because sometimes, you know, once you get started, you just keep going, and it's just like, man, when is this guy gonna stop? You understand? So when you go out, okay, when you go out and you're meeting people in a public place, and you say, oh, I'm trying to customize myself, that's the problem. Stop trying to customize yourself. You need to know who you are. And the first step before you even try to have people like you is you need to know who you are. And you need to know how to express yourself. I'm a loner. If you don't already know, a lot of people don't know this, but I am. I'm a loner. I'm not the kind of person who hangs out and goes out with friends and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean I can't socialize and make friends. It's very easy for me, because I know who I am. When I go out, alright, people see me, and they're like, this is who this guy is. Okay, they don't know me, of course. They're not going to know you. But they know that you know who you are, you're independent, and you're willing to talk, you know? So you go out there, and you got to be confident. That's a big thing. You got to be confident. Go out there, you're confident. If you're a good-looking guy, that's even better, alright? But you're going to go out there. You're going to talk to the people around you, and you're just going to find out that it's really easy. Okay, it's really easy to converse with these people. Now, if you realize that these people, the way they're talking, you know, it just doesn't seem like something you like. I mean, I know I see the people around me doing stuff that I don't want to talk about, and I'm sure you know what I mean, and I do know what you mean. there's a lot of people who talk about things that I don't want to hear about. Well, I mean, I actually listen to it. I mean, sometimes people talk about things. I observe, I listen to them, and I see what they have to say. Okay? But when it's like talking about something I already know about, like some people are talking about sex or whatever, that's not me. I don't roll like that, and I don't want to encourage it. But hey, I'll stick around, and maybe I'll just throw in a nice comment in there. If I'm confident enough. I'm not saying you do this, but no way. But I'll just come in and then I'll be like, well, you know what? I think sex should be between a man and a woman in marriage. You know? I'll just throw in my opinion there. That'll actually get people to start thinking like, oh, you know what? You know what? He's right. Okay? So just, just know, you can fit in with anyone, but I want you to listen to these people. See what they're saying. Don't let them corrupt you, of course, and change you. But listen to what they have to say, because let me tell you, there's nothing more about who I am today. If it wasn't for the other people, I would not be the man I am today. Because what I did my whole life growing up, is I just listened. Because I never went out with my friends, I never did any of that stuff, I never had a girlfriend. But I know about what it's like to have a girlfriend. I know all these things. Why? Because I've heard it. I've seen it. With my own eyes, I've seen people get broken up with them, and I see people try to have a girlfriend. They get her the next day, or they don't, and they come and they talk about it and everything, and I'm just listening. You understand? It has nothing to do with me, but I'm listening, and I'm hearing them out. Why? Because that's what's going to help you grow. Okay? You grow by listening to these people, especially if you're new to the country or something like that. You gotta understand that you have to listen. You have to hear these people. You have to know what kind of conversations they're talking about, because someday you're gonna figure it out. You're gonna know what they're talking about, and you're gonna walk in there and you're gonna be able to understand what they're saying, and you're gonna be able to throw in your opinions, and you're gonna talk, and you actually can be confident. But you cannot be confident as you are if you walk into a place that they're talking about something that you don't know about. There is nothing that you can contribute to the group. You just gotta wait for a little moment. It's kind of like the people that do the little jump rope or whatever. They do the double dutch or whatever it's called. They have two ropes and it goes, side to side. And what you do is you kind of wait for your moment, and then you jump in and you start, you know what I'm saying? You're just having fun. So, of course you got to be careful. Sometimes you got to get out before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to do. You're kind of waiting for your moment. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about this and that, and that has nothing to do with you, so you don't want to get involved. And then out of nowhere, they bring some kind of subject up that you know about. Bam! That's your moment. That's your moment to shine right there. You talk. You get in there, and you start having a conversation, and you become the star of the show. You understand me? Because you know something that they don't know, or maybe they do know about it, and they like to talk about it. Now, they're going to listen to you, just like how you were listening to them. And that's what it is. Everybody needs to start listening to one another. Understand one another, because if you don't do that and you keep staying in your little bubble, you are not going to get anywhere in life. Never. Because you cannot say, this is me, I'm an individual, and I will not hang out with anyone who is not like me. Because it's impossible. You will never find someone like you. If I was going out in the world trying to find someone like me, I'm telling you right now, I will never find it. I'm going to end up alone my whole life. Alright? But that's not what you do. You understand me? So let's continue. It says, so they go out and they enjoy their life, and I'm not sure if they really are enjoying it or just wasting time. They're not wasting time. Well, I mean, they are wasting time, and they are enjoying it at the same time. People, whatever they're doing, I don't care what they're doing. They're going to parties or whatever. They're going out there because they're going to enjoy their time, or because that's what they want to do. Some people, they really just have no life, and they're just gonna go out and go and follow people. They're the followers in life. That's what they are. They follow people. Your friends go to a party. You're like, okay, I'm just gonna go with you. So you end up being the little guy in the back where you're just following him, right? And then you'll know who the leader is in the group anytime. You can just tell who it is, okay? But yeah, so talking about that, they're not, wasting their time per se. Maybe some people, they're just going out. But if they're going to like a club every day and they're always like smoking or whatever, yeah, they're wasting their time. And these are people that you should not even try to be friends with. You should find someone else who's a little more productive. But regardless, you're never going to be friends with someone permanently, okay? If you can find some people like that, that's great. People can do that. But most likely, if you're going to school or whatever, it's acquaintances. That's all they are. They're people you meet, and you may have liked them, and you know what? Some acquaintances turn into friends, and some of them end up staying acquaintances, and some acquaintances become girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever. So I just want you to know, why don't you try going out with them once? See what it's like. If you don't like it, then that's it. That was it. I mean, you went one time. At least you tried it out. So that's what I say. Go and try it out. See what they're doing. If you don't like it, get out of there. You need to find a different group of people to hang out with. Okay? Next up, anyway, I started feeling that the problem is me because everyone around is living her or his life as normal as everyone else is, but not me. Wrong. You look at everyone and it looks like everybody's having a normal thing and they're all getting away, getting together and everything. But that's not true. Every single person feels left out at times. Even people who are leaders, like even me. I'm someone who's way outgoing, but sometimes I'll feel like, hey, this is not my place to talk right now. I need to let somebody else needs to stand up and lead right now. You understand? So don't say, everyone else is normal except for me. That's not the case. I'm telling you right now, they think that you're normal, okay, and that they are not normal probably. So, like I said, it's not about who's normal or whatever. Everybody's an individual. Everyone thinks a certain way. So you need to go and find out the way people are thinking. You need to observe them. You need to watch how they talk to one another, and you'll learn from that. Trust me, it's a big thing that you can. It's a great thing you can do. Anybody who goes and studies people, you just study them. You watch them, you'll be amazed at how much you can do in the future. You'll be able to relate to anyone. Just like me, I can walk up to anybody, anyone, gangsters, the ones that play games, and the geeks and nerds, everybody, the jocks, the cheerleaders. I don't care what you are. I will approach you, and you will like me. Why? Because I can relate to everybody. Because I've always listened to every single group. Whether you're smoking drugs or whatever, I don't smoke drugs, but I can relate to them. I can still understand what they're talking about because I listen to them. I see what they talk about. Oh, you know what, I got high or whatever, so I know what they're talking about. You understand? Moving on. So, I have a couple of friends who are close to me, but they are not the kind of going out people. So you're telling me that you have a couple of close friends, but they don't really go out. Well, why don't you go ahead and invite them? Tell them, hey guys, you guys want to go out? You want to go see a movie? Why don't you start initiating these things? Maybe all of your friends are just like you, and they want to go out with you, but they're scared to talk. So go ahead, you initiate that conversation. You tell your friends, hey, let's go out, let's go do something. Because they will listen to you, and then you will become a leader in that kind of friend group or whatever the heck you want to call it. And so yeah, so you say we spend hours and hours talking on the internet, but we rarely go out. Obviously, if you can talk for hours and hours, you guys are awesome. You guys are like a little clan. Okay, so go and start going out. I think those are the people that you need to continue to hang out with, and just initiate conversations with them. Tell them, hey, let's go out. Let's go out and let's do this, let's do that. You understand? And then hopefully, you guys will all start understanding each other's interests, because you're going to hear them out, and I'm pretty sure you know them. So you know what they like, and they know what you like, and it's beautiful. I can't explain it, I don't know why, but whatever. So here we go. We can go to your next question, okay? Number 2, you said it's kind of related to number 1. People make stupid judgments, and I'm really tired of dealing with it. Sometimes close friends judge, and there is no damn thing I can do about it. I tried to mention stuff about that to them, but it never worked, so I got used to it. Let me tell you, if there's anything that's a pet peeve to me, it's when people judge, alright? When people judge me, that's a big pet peeve to me. Don't judge me. You don't know who I am, okay? But there's a difference between judging and criticism. If someone is giving you criticism, constructive criticism, something that's gonna, okay, I talked about this in the last video, but let's hear it go one more time. If someone tells you, hey, you smell, okay? You smell. That's not judging you, because you really do smell, okay? So that's a criticism. You see, you gotta understand the difference between judging and criticism. Judging is when you judge someone and you're saying, this is who you are, and I don't like it, and it's just like, it's a different kind of approach. Criticism is more like, hey, you know, you smell, you know, you should go and take a shower.